Welcome back. Picture this familiar, quiet tension. Someone asks why you were running for office or volunteering, and suddenly, you just fumble for words.
Oh, yeah. That happens to everyone.
Right. You feel this intense pressure to deliver a polished, flawless political speech, and instead, your mind just goes totally blank.
It's the absolute worst feeling.
It really is. So today, we are answering the question, how do I explain my message in a simple way?
Which is such an important question.
Definitely. We are exploring a collection of faith-based campaign resources that are designed specifically to bring calm and clarity to these exact moments.
And I think we have to start by dismantling a massive lie we all seem to buy into.
The idea that voters are waiting for a perfect, rehearsed political soundbite.
Exactly. They aren't. I mean, what people actually connect with is a sincere, vulnerable story.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
And that is the core focus of the Faith Flow ecosystem we're looking at today. It's a series of short, actionable mini-guides created to give campaign volunteers peace and confidence in the field.
Right, and doing that without overwhelming them with some, massive, dense campaign book.
Nobody wants to lug one of those around.
No, definitely not. But, the psychology behind why a simple story works better than a soundbite is, it's actually really compelling.
Yeah. When we freeze up, it's usually because we've entered a performance mindset.
Like we're stepping onto a debate stage.
Right, exactly. But human beings are not wired to connect over policy briefings. We are wired for narrative. So when you drop the rehearsed script and share a personal story, it organically lowers the listener's defensive barriers.
And the guides actually root this psychology in a deeply biblical precedent. They point to John 4, the story of the Samaritan woman at the well.
Oh, she is a perfect example of this.
Yeah.
She carried immense social shame, and she was certainly not a trained orator by any means.
Not at all.
Yet her simple, vulnerable testimony was the invitation that reached her entire town. It was not a polished debate pitch. It was just an honest account of her experience.
Wow, yeah. That ties right into another reference the guides use, which is Colossians 4.6. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt.
Love that verse.
I want to pause on that, actually, because we hear that phrase a lot. But think about how salt actually works chemically in a meal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right. It breaks down bitterness. It enhances the natural flavor that is already there without overpowering the dish.
That is such a crucial distinction. Grace is what makes a message digestible.
Yeah.
If you approach a neighbor with an aggressive agenda, they taste the agenda. But, if you approach them with grace, they hear the person.
So true. Let's look at how that translates practically to the doorstep. The Voter Contact Sermon Series Guide and the Volunteer Mini Guides map out a really specific sequence for this.
Right, they break it down step by step.
Yeah, so you start with a warm blessing, then you choose to listen more than you speak, and finally you share a brief before and now story. But I have to push back a little here.
Okay, go for it.
How does this actually work when a voter is rushing you at the door? Like the dog is barking, they look annoyed. Starting with a blessing sounds like it could alienate someone, especially a secular voter.
It's a totally valid concern. However, in this context, a blessing does not mean a formal religious invocation.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's just a genuine human acknowledgement of their time and dignity. You were simply wishing them well, saying something as simple as, I hope your day is going well, before you ask anything of them.
Oh, so it disarms that immediate hostility.
Exactly. It shifts the dynamic from a transaction to a human interaction.
And then the guide emphasizes listening, which is the exact opposite of what panic tells us to do. Panic tells us to talk fast, fill the silence, and hit our talking points before they close the door.
Yeah, and when you do that, you just trigger the voter's resistance.
Yeah.
By consciously choosing to listen, you de-escalate the tension.
You give them control of the space.
Yes. And only after they feel heard do you offer your brief before and now story.
Yeah.
Explaining why you cared enough to stand on their porch.
Okay. That is so powerful. That sequence turns a rigid political pitch into a simple, faith-rooted relational connection.
It takes the pressure entirely off. You don't have to win an argument.
So if you want to explore this approach, the Voter Contact Sermon Series Guide and those volunteer mini-guides are a great starting point, along with their companion flipbook, Messenger on the Move.
There was also a companion song mentioned in the materials called Messenger of Hope.
Oh, nice.
The lyrics act as a grounding reminder that love is the reason I'm walking for. You can find all of these tools at the Faith Flow Campaign Series page at faithflowrootedministry.org.
Such a great set of resources. To wrap up today, I want to leave you with a quiet thought to mull over. Picture that crowded doorstep one more time. What if the most vital outcome of your next political conversation isn't securing a vote, but simply leaving a neighbor feeling truly seen?